Hey, have you ever felt like your house isn't really yours? Like someone or something is watching you from within? This story is a true experience from a woman named Intan. She spent one full year living in a rental house in East Jakarta, Indonesia, and that one year became the most terrifying time of her life. Back in 2014, Intan and her family moved from Bali to Jakarta. Her husband got transferred back to the head office, and he went ahead first to find a place to stay. Back then, there were no fancy real estate APSG's phone calls, and grainy photos sent via BBM, an old school messenger. He found a house that looked clean and decent, near a mosque and a kindergarten perfect for their young kids. So, they moved in. The first month, everything seemed normal. But then, things began to change. Their first housemaid, who had been fine at first, suddenly quit. She said she had a toothache and never came back. The second maid, she started talking. "Ma'am, I think there's someone in this house." She heard strange noises at night, especially from the Naka window. Naka windows are old glass slats that open and close with a lever, popular in older Indonesian homes. She described the sound of someone poking it with a stick. Tap, 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 like they were trying to annoy her. Then, she said she saw someone peeking through the curtain. Not a shadow, not a dream. She was sure it had hair. But that was just the beginning. Intan's youngest child started talking to someone invisible in their prayer room, called a mush. She thought it was just a kid's imagination, till the maid noticed something off. He's not just talking to someone, he's waiting for a reply. Even Intan started hearing voices while cooking. A woman's voice, whispering, "Assalamualaikum." That means peace be upon you, a common greeting in Islam. She thought it was someone at the gate, but no one was there. The voice came from upstairs. Even though their house had no second floor, only an empty attic for drying clothes. Then, it got physical. While sleeping, Intan suddenly felt as if someone hugged her from behind. She was sure it wasn't a dream because she felt coarse body hair against her skin. Her husband didn't believe her until he saw it. A tall man, shirtless, with long dreadlocked hair, wearing ragged shorts. He looked like a creepy version of Tarzan, her husband said. That's when they decided to get help. First, a local religious teacher or ustads came to recite verses from the Quran. He gave her instructions. Read Yasin, pray more, mop the floor with blessed water. It worked, but only for a while. Then they brought in someone from a paranormal team. One of them had even appeared on Indonesian TV shows about ghost hunting. He walked around the house and said, "There's a woman's spirit on the tree in front of your house, a reptile-shaped entity in the bathroom, and this house, along with the one next door, is actually a portal." A portal? For spirits. No wonder every ghost looked different, because they never stayed. They just passed through. They performed a ritual and claimed to capture the spirits inside 3 glass bottles. Then, they threw them into a nearby river. But once again, peace didn't last. Intan's child got sick, feverish, trembling. He cried and pointed at the ceiling. "Mom, I can't sleep." She's crying. Her head is coming down from the ceiling. Her hair is touching the floor. Then one night, while Intan was trying to put him to sleep, she felt something cold, then something wrapped around her back, like a person hugging tightly. She felt hair brushing against her again, and her child screamed, "Mom, what's that?" Intan knew they had to leave. They finally moved out, and while saying goodbye to a local food seller, the woman said something chilling. "You lasted a whole year, ma'am. You're strong. No one ever makes it past 6 months in that house." Turns out, the house had a dark past. It was once owned by a couple who went through a messy divorce. The ex-husband didn't accept that the house went to his wife. So, allegedly, he sent black magic to drive away anyone who lived there. Even worse, They had lied to Intan, saying the house was only vacant for 3 months, but the locals said it had been empty for 3 years. No wonder. It was filled with dust, bad air, and something else. Something unseen. Sometimes, a house isn't just a place to live. Sometimes, it holds on to memories, grudges, even the uninvited. If you've ever experienced something like this, let us know in the comments. And next time you move into a new place, don't forget to listen closely. Sometimes, the house whispers first. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and sleep tight.